Alright folks, welcome to another video. This time I will show you a new way to play Contagion Alex in Resident Evil Resistance. This is the second area new skill that came very recently. And I showed this on social media a couple of days ago with a short clip how I can make the survivors bar 4 times in a row. But now I'm going to show you the full match, and I'm going to explain what's going on. As you can see, these are the equipment slots, and this is the actual deck. It's made for me to able to rotate cheap cards and to use the Contagion in Area 2 multiple times. I'm using the mutation passive in this game, so here you're going to see how it's gonna play out. It's gonna be not gonna be that long of a video, but I just wanted to show you what actually happens. So I'm attacking the survivors at the first possible point in order to get at least one of them infected, and since he has the mutation on him, now Sam in this case is also contagious, and he may spread the infection to the other survivors. As you can see, I'm trying to place a couple of creatures next to the doors in order for me to be able to defend the doors and to spread the infection further. The key thing that you need to be aiming at with this strategy, it's not so much as the build but rather the strategy, and it's very important, is to make all the survivors infected before they get to area 2. And yeah, in this case they don't have a Valerie, but if they do have a Valerie, you have to try and make so that, yeah, these stupid backs here prevent me from biting Martin. But your goal, if they have a Valerie, your goal is to make them infected and lose a lot of time and force Valerie to use the healing fever skill before they get to area 2, so then you get to re-infect them, and when they get to area 2 with the mutation, they will be fully infected, and you can start to rotate the Contagion from there right away. So the mutation really works wonders. I think I haven't tried to use the Amplify version that much with Contagion, but that might work also, but mutation is definitely better. Now, as you can see, all of them are infected, and here I wasn't trying to push them too hard at this point because I wanted them to get to area 2 with full infection on the whole team. And yes, some more experienced and overall better players might heal the infection before they get to area 2 because they are going to realize what's going to happen, but probably most of them don't suspect that the mastermind playing Alex is going to rotate the Contagion that fast. So here we go. One use, 20 seconds off. I'm going to do the energy leech, infection, creature, infection once again, second use of Contagion, and still they are infected, third use, so we are already at 1 minute off, okay? It's 3 times 20 seconds, so it's 60 seconds, and this was the 4th time, so overall it was a minute and 20 seconds of the clock just by rotating the card in your deck. The other very important part is that you need to make sure that when you transition into area 2 you have enough bioenergy for you to be able to cycle the cards very fast from the very beginning. And as you can see, yeah, they have cleared the infection, but they also had to recover health because they got seriously injured by the contagion, the multiple uses of contagion. The contagion itself cannot kill the survivors, but it does damage to them. And when you do it 4 times in a row, they will get like really hurt, and they'll have to not only buy blue herbs but also green herbs, and that's a way to further make them use resources. So yeah, that was the game that I showed the clip from earlier. I hope you liked it. And yeah, I'm gonna show the deck one more time. So these are the passives. I'm using mechanic, by the way. Just want to explain. I'm using the mechanic, although I don't have any traps in the deck. When you're using mechanic, when you are going into to control the creatures, the startup is actually faster because you have a faster IES activation. So that also goes to your creature's time activation. So you may use that whenever you don't have any traps in your deck. So here it is, creature skin 3, Varo Canister 3 and 2, and Unstable Generator. Lately in the games that I have played today, for example, I'm using additional Varo Canister just to try and spread the infection more, but please be aware that if the survivors get to area 3 when you're using this deck, especially in wide open areas in area 3, you can get stomped very easily by if they have something like 4 or 5 minutes in area 3, because your creatures are obviously very squishy. You're going to have a hard time actually infecting the survivors and recovering bioenergy from energy leech and controlling the creatures, because like I said, your creatures are going to die very easily. And if the area 3 doesn't have doors, it's not a casino or amusement park or bemusement park. If it's downtown area 3, for example, these creatures are going to get destroyed, and you have to rely on the infectious machine gun to do most of the work, and that's not always optimal because it costs a lot of bioenergy considering the cost of the other cards in your deck. And yeah, you need to be able in area 3s when you're playing this deck, you need to be able to score some hits with the creatures to recover bioenergy, otherwise you're gonna have a tough time stopping them. And your only chance, honestly, is that you have shaved off a lot of time from them in area 2, so when they get to area 3 they have something like 2 or 3 minutes, and you can win that way. But if they have more time, there is a high chance that you're gonna lose the game, so please be aware of that. Also, like I said in some of the previous videos, you can use the animation of the stun from contagion to summon Yateveo or to score hits with some of the other creatures and basically reset the infectious levels, because like you saw earlier, I used the contagion 4 times and they were still infected. So practically, if they lose one level, when you're using the contagion, after 3 uses they should be fully okay and not be infected anymore. But as you saw here, because of the mutation, they keep getting reinfected because of the infectious aura, and they are scared to go to the item box, and it creates all sorts of problems for them. So it's super fun to play this build, honestly. I don't know how viable it is on a higher level of play, but for sure it's very fun to play, and it's kind of a trollish build to hear them like barf over and over again. and it's very heavily dependent on how you play in Area 2. When you're not up against teams or super high level players, this build honestly just stomps the survivors because they don't know how to deal with the mutation. They don't know how to, not pun intended, socially distancing from the other infected survivors. So when you just activate this card multiple times, and when the other cards in your deck are so cheap, so you can afford to rotate the deck and still have bioenergy for other uses, it can be really good. I strongly believe that if you want to use the contagion, the mutation passive is the best for that purpose. Okay guys, so this is going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. My next resistance video will be about Spencer, but before that I'm probably going to do a video about Ghost of Tsushima and the new content, the new Legend DLC. I'm gonna play some co-ops games there, so stay tuned for that. Again, thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Bye!